I'm going to teach you how to make some background music for your videos. Very simple, very easy. Okay, so just follow me and I'll show you. All right, so first of all, we need to open Garageband. And we need to open a new project. Okay, so we're going to touch this audio microphone where it has a microphone and a plus button. We're going to push that. And then the first thing we are going to do is we're going to set our song up for the composition that we want. Okay, so the composition that I like to use for my background music is intro, chorus, pre-chorus, and then a chorus. And then I usually just loop that. Okay, so the way you do that is very simple. You want to touch this plus button, and then you want to press add 4 times because you got the intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus. So we got 4 sections. Okay, so as you can see, section A, section B, section C, section D, they all are the same length because that's the automatic length that it goes to. So what we're going to do is press this I, and that stands for information, and we're going to just make the intro 4 bars because I like it to be shorter. We're going to make our section B, which is the the verse. We're going to make that 8 bars. So it's already 8 bars. We can keep it that way. You can always make it longer. You can the most you can do is 16 bars, but I like to keep mine as 8 bars. And then the pre-chorus is usually 4 bars for me. Now with the pre-chorus, you can make that 8 bars, 2 bars, you know, however you like, but this is just the simpler way. And then section D, which is the chorus, I keep that 8 bars. So it's 4, 8, 4, 8. So we have the intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus. Okay, so we have that all set up. I'm going to press section A, and it's going to go back to section A. Press that to up the screen. Here goes section A. And if you scroll over, you can see it's going to go to section B, section C. It keeps scrolling over, but section A. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is to go to our sample library, and we're going to be using Splice. So here's Splice for me. Okay, you can get in the App Store. It's free. Okay, so I want to find a sample pack for the vibe that I like. Now I like soulful stuff and jazzy stuff, so that's what we're going to be using. So I'm just going to scroll through Splice. As you can see, they have many different sound selections and packs. Okay, I'm going to go for this Spirit and Soul. Splice didn't endorse this video, but the biggest music distributor did, DistroKid. They are the reason I was able to purchase my lovely iPad and to teach you what I'm teaching you today. What is DistroKid? DistroKid is a service that music artists use to put their music into online stores and streaming services, and they're able to receive 100% of the revenue from the streaming. Now, with Splits, you can set up payments to automatically go to anyone you collaborate with. That's your manager, producer, or even your bandmate, okay? And it's simple. DistroKid will route them the money and the percentage that you put in for them, and all they need is an email, and it's free for the creator. And to set this up is super easy. All you have to do is go to Splits. You put your collaborator's email into the collaborator section, add what percentage you want to share, and DistroKid will distribute their funds to them directly to make sure they are given their just due, and they'll be a part of the entire process. It works out for everyone. Please take advantage of this awesome way to distribute your music independently, okay? You can get 7% off your first year if you use my code, which is in the description box below, all right? I am only a part of DistroKid because I watched another creator's video and I used their discount code, so, you know? So it's awesome, and let's get back to the video. Okay, and here we are in our sound pack. Now, you need 5 different loop sounds, okay? You need a bass loop, you need a drum loop, you need 2 melody loops, and you need percussion, 5 loops. You can just use one melody loop, but the two just gives it a variety, okay? And the percussion gives it the bounce and the outs, you know what I mean? And then there is two things you need to know when searching for a sample. All of your samples need to be within the same key, okay? So as you can see on this first one, it says D sharp minor dot wave. That's the key, D sharp M. M means minor. If it has M-A-J, that usually means major, okay? So remember that. Also, you need to know that all of your samples need to be the same BPM. See here it says 105, SP 105. 105 is a BPM, that means beats per minute. And the third one, it has SP 100. 100 means beats per minute. The one beneath it is 95. That means it's 95 BPM. Okay, so I'm going to search for a melody loop. I like the key of A minor. I like that. Okay, so because I like that, I'm going to tap those three buttons on the side. Let's see. So tap these three buttons. Go to Add to Library. Go to Save to Files, and it's going to save on your iPad. It's that simple. So I know I'll use one for A minor. So what I'm going to do is go to this magnifying glass, click that, press A minor, and I'm just going to see all of the loops that are in A minor. I'm going to save that one. I like that. Save the files. Song starter, pad turntable. Well, here's our bass loop. I found a bass loop. That's an A minor. Boom. We already got our bass. Done. I like that. Add to library. See, this is really simple. Okay. Save that. I'll get way more than I'll get way more than two, but you can always have more than two. I'm just gonna that's it, that's all. Okay. So now we're gonna look for drum loops, and we gotta make sure they are 100 beats per minute. Because our samples are. That's the percussion right there. No, that's 100. That's 100. There we go. And it has drum and snare in it, which means we don't need to look for a separate snare or kick loop, you know? So we have our bass loop, drum loop, melody loops, and percussion. Okay, so now we're done. So I'm just going to delete this app, and I'm going to go back to Garageband. Yeah. Okay. So let me show you how to find your loops in Garageband and how to drag and drop them in. Okay, so you're going to click this loop option here, and you're going to go to Files, and then you're going to go to Browse Items from the Files app. Click that. Now go to On My iPad, and boom, here it is. So go to Splice, go to Samples, go to Spirit and Soul, because that was the pack we used, and it will save today. And then you can just drag and drop them all in one by one. That's why it's better to just get less, so you won't have to spend a lot of time, but I'm just going to do that right now. Okay, so here are my loops, and GarageBand puts them in order of like alphabetical order. So above I have SO, that's not my pack that I'm using today. Mine is SPF, which is Soulful Spiritual Pack. And so these are all the samples. Okay, so I like to start my song with a melody. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is drag it in there. Oh, the most important part. So after we have all our loops in, we're going to set the BPM of the entire project. And you can do that by going to this wheel in the middle. And then you go to tempo and then just tap the arrows down, because that means you're going down in numbers, and set it to 100. And then there it is. Okay, so then we're going to go back to our loops and we're going to just set our song up now. So the first thing I want to do is drag my melody loop in, which was the guitar. All right, and you just hold that down and you drag it over. Okay, and you see it's in time. It's looping. It's going to loop perfectly. I'm going to turn the metronome on. All right, now I'm going to remove this screen at the bottom by pressing this option, the third button from this blank page right here, and it's going to remove that, and I can see the screen. I have more space. I'm going to slide over this microphone to the right, and then I'm going to touch the microphone, and then I'm going to rename this track so we know what we got on there. So I'm going to rename it to Guitar 1, because I know I have more than one guitar. And then boom, so we got Guitar 1. Okay, so then we're going to, that's going to be our section 1. Okay, and we're going to go to the next section, like I said. So we're going to go to section B. Okay, now we're going to just tap the screen and we're going to work on that. So perfect. And these numbers at the top tells you where you at, how many, you know, seconds or minutes you're in your song. I'm at 5 seconds, so the intro is 5 seconds long. So I'm going to tap that loop option again, and I'm going to drag in that guitar part. Right here. And then I am going to drag in another guitar. All right, and then I'm going to just loop that. And then I'm going to loop this other one. Guitar 2, bro. Okay. And then I like this. I like it, but I want to add some dynamic. So what I'm going to do is split the verse into 2 parts. So I'm going to go to section B and I'm going to change that to 4. Okay, and then I'm going to duplicate it. So I'm going to push duplicate, and then now you see it duplicated to section E. But I want it to be after section B because they're like, you know, the same. you know, so I'm going to go to edit, and I'm going to drag section E underneath section B, but holding these 3 lines down and dragging it under section B. So now I have there. Okay, so then I'm going to go back to section B, and I'm going to add some percussion. There. Percussion. I'm gonna rename it percussion. Done. And then I'm going to go to the other part of the verse, which is section E. And then I'm going to drag in some drums. Okay. I'm going to rename that drums. Remember, this is the second part of the chorus. And then I'm going to just I'm going to drag that percussion in. Right there. I'm going to make this longer because I want the drums to ride out a little longer. I'm going to go to 8. Okay. So I'm going to go to that plus sign, and then we're going to go to section C, and then we're going to just touch the screen, and then we're going to see what we want in there. So I know I want the vocal chant in my breakdown, so I'm going to drag it here. All right, I'm going to touch it and rename vocal. And honestly, you can rename them exactly after the loop, so it'll be easy to find. So then I'm going to go to the loops, and I'm going to put back. I think this would be a dope breakdown. And then I want to add in the guitar. That's going to be guitar 1. Okay, and then I'm going to go here to the add button. We're gonna go to our chorus, which is the last part, which is 8 bars, touch the screen, and I'm gonna just matter of fact, let me go back. So let me go back to listen to it. I'm going to rename this keys. That sounds nice and summery. So I'm going to go back here, and honestly, I'm going to use these same sounds for the chorus. So usually, honestly, I would just probably duplicate this and add the sounds in. And yeah, so let's see, I'm just going to do that, duplicate, and I'm going to delete this, and then I'm going to add 8 bars, info, turn off the automatic, 8 bars. Sorry about that, guys, but this is way simpler. Okay, so bass at the bottom, I'm going to loop it. And then I'm going to go back to loops, and I'm going to add in a drum sound again. double touch it, loop it. I'm adding that percussion. Touch it, loop it. That sounds good, and really that would be it. So I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna see, do I want to add the bass in my pre-chorus? Yeah, I think I'm gonna add the bass in there. Let's see. Let's just see how it sounds. I gotta be the bass. Let me rename the bass part. Done. We go to this add button, go to all sections, play it from the beginning. And you can tell like it builds up and everything and then drops, because you can see like it's just building up, you know. Okay, and then at the end of the chorus, you know what I'm gonna do? Is I'm going to turn down, like loop the vocal loop, just half of it, and let's see, got the keys. Let's see what it sounds. And then that's done. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is now, just to reloop this, you can just copy and it'll loop the song over. Okay, so what I'm about to show you is how to do that. So press this add button, and section A, I'm going to duplicate it, and it's going to automatically go after section F, which is our chorus, which is what we want. Okay, and then section B, I'm going to duplicate that, and it's going to go after section G. Section E, I'm going to duplicate that, and it's going to go after section H. And then section C, duplicate, and the last section, section F, duplicate. Okay, so let's see. Section G, we're going to delete that. I don't know where that came from. Okay, so section A, we're going to duplicate it, and we're going to put it before section H. So we're going to go to edit, section L, should be before section H. Okay. And you can add stuff if you want the second part of the song to be different, if you don't want it to loop exactly over. So here I could add the keys there to that intro. Why is it doing that? Let's see, section L. Let's see, I can add the keys to that intro. That. I could go to section H, section I. I could add bass here, like the bass could come in earlier than it did in the beginning. Put that here and loop that. Nice. Going to, let's just go, let's keep it at section A. I'm gonna go to section B because it got more sound there.